GF proposed open relationship. Can she be happy being monogamous? We 27 meters and 28F have been in monogamous relationship for almost 2 years now in August. We have a pretty happy relationship, at least I thought as much. Now, we sometimes watch PIN together while having sex, and we both have fun. About 2 weeks ago we were just doing some dirty talking and she asked me if I was interested in an open relationship where we sometimes invite others into our bedroom. I got spooked and told her that I am not interested in any sort of non-monogamy and she agreed. But just to be sure I asked her again if she is really interested in having an open relationship. She said only if I am interested, otherwise she is very happy. We talked some more and she said she can separate sex and emotions, so it's easier for her to have an open relationship, but it can't be at the expense of our relationship. And she said she won't bring it up again. It's been 2 weeks now, but I still can't get it out of my head. I can't stop thinking that we are somehow incompatible in the long term. And we are talking about moving in together, so it assumes more importance, I think. We have even discussed marriage plans. So my brain is running in 100 directions right now. Can someone who is interested in open relationship really be happy in monogamous relationship? Really need advice on how to proceed here. Redditor's reactions update after. Redditor 1, did she ask for a threesome or an open relationship? Those are different things. Regardless, if you're not comfortable, that's fine. She told you she'd be happy either way. Maybe she saw PIN or something with it and was curious about your feelings, as well. Maybe this is something she was interested in and hadn't been comfortable enough to ask before. Regardless, you're not wrong for saying no and she's not wrong for asking. Redditor follow up, yeah, I was waiting for someone to bring this up. An open relationship, where each member of the couple are dating others by themselves, is different than a couple who has threesomes and foursomes. Does she want to date others and find emotional connection in others? Or does she want to play with other people in a purely sexual way with you? You don't have to be into either of these things, but they are both pretty different. Redditor 2. 1. Quit worrying about it and sit down and discuss it thoroughly. I'll let you in on a secret. She must have felt very comfortable with you just to be able to open up that conversation. A lot of people have difficulty discussing time, kinks and lifestyles. Now sit down and have the hard conversation back with her. Because playing these games in your own mind will drive you crazy. You have to know where her headspace is, so line up some questions you need to know the answer to, and tell her to be honest with you and herself. Why did she bring it up in the first place? What prompted it? Does she have friends that are open? Is she needing more in her time life? Maybe you guys are vanilla together but she has kinks to explore. Is there someone she is having thoughts about? Or maybe just a scratch she needs itched? Does she maybe feel that an open marriage or being poly is more suited to her long term? Does she feel one person can be everything to her? How would she feel if you hooked up with someone else? Not saying you would, but get her viewpoint. And yes, it is very possible and even probable that she will be fine with just you the rest of your lives together. People have thoughts and fantasies all the time they don't act on without permission from all involved. It's called being an adult. I would just try to get to the bottom of what brought it up and go from there. Redditor follow up. To add to this, give her time to answer these questions. If you have answers straight away, it is never her full story.
Stay tuned for more.
Redditor 3. I'd be interested in doing BTT stuff with my GF. But when she said no, I dropped it. I think it would be fun, but I'm also happy with her and our time life as it is. Redditor follow up. No, I don't think this is a fair comparison. Involving a third person is a completely different level of exploring kinks between two people. Update. GF proposed open relationship. Can she be happy being monogamous? Update. We had a long talk or series of long talks after I made the post. And I came to learn some stuff about her which I didn't know previously. Like she was in a poly relationship in college and sometimes she had 3 partners at the same time, or when she first started her job she was in an open relationship with her BF at the time. She told me all this on her own to explain her POF. She said that she can be equally happy in either a poly open or fully monogamous relationship based on her partner, and with me she has no doubts that we can last a lifetime of monogamous relationship if I so desire. But she said that for that to happen I have to trust her, that she means what she says and is not trying to tell me what I want to hear. So I asked her what was really bothering me, if she can be really happy with just me or she can do it but always craving for someone more. And she replied to me that I have to trust her to look after her happiness and satisfaction in life and not try to decide for her. On her part, she will never lie to me about her feelings, but I have to be able to accept it. Oh, and why did she ask for an open relationship? She just thought it would be fun for both of us, but mostly me, as I spend at least a week away from home each month, and she thought I would miss the physical intimacy. But I have told her that I will never to open to any non-monogamy, physically and emotionally, and she accepted it completely. I know we both look at time and intimacy differently, but as long as we have boundaries which are being respected by both of us, does it really make that much of a difference? Anyways, I know we need to have a lot of talks in the coming days, but after having this talk I am feeling optimistic about us. So yeah, that was the update. We are still together. Thank you to everyone who took out time to advise me. Redditor's reaction story 2 after. Redditor 1, thanks for the update. Redditor follow up. I put money down, this still ends up with them breaking up down the line. Redditor 2, my wife asked me for this a few times over a 6-month period, also suggesting it for me in the first instance, but also for her. Turned out she was sleeping with a guy at her work and she was trying to find a way to legitimize her behavior after that had been going on very regularly. We got divorced and I remarried to a beautiful person that actually loves and respects me. Redditor 3, I'd be worried about her overemphasis of you having to trust her. People demonstrate they are trustworthy, they don't need to ask for it. Redditor follow up, you'll just have to trust me. I just asked to change the entire dynamic of our relationship, implying I'm not happy with the current arrangement. But you'll just have to trust me.
Stay tuned for more.
Story 2. My wife 29F is encouraging me 31M to have an affair. Wife and I have been married for 5 years. I think we have a good relationship and a great time life. I think she thought the same. However, following a 5-day yoga retreat with a few of her work friends while I was at a conference late last year, her opinion seems to have soured. Apparently Fernando and Sarah have everything we have, and more, because they're swingers. When he has time with another woman, he uses it as a learning experience to take home to his doting wife, who also bones around, and they have even more mind-blowing drug-fueled experiences with each other while the kids are staying with grandma. Or at least that's what I'm getting from it. So I told her flatly that I don't want to have time with anyone else and am happy with her, and she quickly states the feeling is mutual. Case closed, I thought, but then she comes back with more reasons the next week. It gives independence and freedom to the relationship. I'm thinking maybe this is a bit of a midlife crisis thing, and made it clear I'm just not really into binging other people because it feels too much like cheating, but she's insistent. She keeps going on and on about her work friend Fernando, talking about how mind-blowing the experience has been for him and how we really need to try it. So at this point I'm thinking, are you wanting to cheat on me? She's entirely focused on me going out and having time with someone else, but I'm sitting here thinking, what's in it for her? It's concerning. Straw that broke the camel's back is today she came home with a picture of Fernando's Sarah and a hint that she's down to hook up with me at that place. I'm like, lost for words right now. How do I make it clear I don't want to have time with someone else and I believe in monogamous relationships? We have 2 kids. Redditor's reactions. Redditor 1, it's simple. There are 3 options that I see. 1, she's already screwing around and doesn't want to feel guilty about it anymore. 2, she wants to but doesn't want it to be cheating. She is being actively groomed by this couple. Redditor follow up, the grooming is dead on. Fernando has sold her on the idea that he is a time god with all this practicing and fine-tuning his craft to bring home new talents to his wife. Bullshit. She will be disappointed when he's an average lay. Redditor 2, following a 5-day yoga retreat with a few of her work friends. It gives independence and freedom to the relationship. She's insistent. She keeps going on and on about her work friend Fernando, talking about how mind-blowing the experience has been for him. Today she came home with a picture of Fernando's Sarah and a hint that she's down to hook up with me. It's just a speculation, but I think she already had time with Fernando. She wants it more often and openly, and she is trying to convert you by offering you his wife. This is a huge red flag in my book. Cheating and open relationships are a deal breaker for me.
Stay tuned for more.
Redditor 3, so she wants to duck Fernando, if she hasn't already. She needs you on board for retroactive permission for pushing this in the first place. Either way, what she's doing is incredibly disrespectful. She's going to another couple about your S-time life, and trying to push you into something you don't want. Redditor follow-up, best case scenario for Op. She's enamored by the idea of swinging and is presenting this girl to him as a means to get her foot in the door of swinging. Worst case scenario, she's already had a swing on the Fernando pole and wants to do it again, so is pushing this girl on Op so she can have her fun and feel no guilt.